Hello, everyone. So great to see you all. This is, believe it or not, September 9th, 2020. And I am so delighted to have you all here tonight. We are talking about weight release. We are not talking about diets. And we are talking about weight release via hypnosis. And we will get into all that in just a moment. But just to give a brief introduction, my name is Carolyn Sheehan. I am a master hypnotherapist. I've been for the last 10 years. I am a Reiki master teacher. I love the work that I do. I have 3 amazing children, a husband, a dog, private practice and a very busy life. I live here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and so it's so great to connect with you all tonight. And so our topic for tonight is weight release via hypnosis. And so I'm just going to talk a little bit about weight release in general, and then as we go along, I'll talk to you a little bit more about hypnosis. Some people know a little bit about it. Some people may be a little skeptical about it. So if you have more questions, you can always email me after. It's integrativehealinginc@gmail.com, and I can answer any hypnosis questions that you have. But tonight's topic is pretty much about weight release, whether it be COVID weight that we've put on or just weight in general over the years. Again, we are talking about not a diet. We are talking about how we change our relationship with food in our minds. So strap on, we're going for a ride. So I'd like to say that I would love for you all to make your weight release goals stick. You know, we always make weight New Year's resolutions in January, but September is always a great time to kind of refocus on health and well-being and kind of getting into a new fall routine, whatever that may be at this point in your world. I know it's different for everyone. So we all know that diet programs don't work. They may work for just a short amount of time, and but they don't stand the long haul, so to speak. And so eating habits are deeply ingrained into our subconscious space. And when I talk about subconscious space, I'm talking about the heart-centered space, not the conscious thinking mind, the one that goes on automatic pilot. Subconscious space, it's almost like we don't have to be taught to remember how to walk or talk. Your subconscious mind knows how to do that. And so eating habits are deeply ingrained in that subconscious space. So just know that going into this talk, and the conscious self-denial of not giving yourself something that you want, it increases the desire to want it because you're basically hypnotizing yourself into wanting it. So, of course, that never works. So the solution is to change how we think about food. It's how to change our relationship around food. And so if you think about that, there are many different types of people who eat for a variety of reasons. And so I would invite you to close your eyes and let me invite you into some of those reasons and see if you can identify with some of those. So there are some of us that eat perhaps when we're bored. It just kind of out of habit, not sure what to do next, so I'm going to grab something to eat. So some of us eat when we're sad. Some of us eat more than we need when we're full. I like to call that overfilling the gas tank. So it's almost like when you go to the gas station and you put your gas in your tank, and you keep filling it when it's overspilling. Your gas tank doesn't need any more gas, but yet you keep giving it fuel. So when we overeat like that, you're just having the gas spill out on the ground. We don't want to do that either. And then another type is we eat when we celebrate. You know, we're having cake. We're, instead of eating a bite or two of the cake, we eat the whole piece of cake. We all have to remember that our body naturally has all the food signals that we need, but we've kind of turned them all off. We don't pay attention to when our body is saying, I've had enough. We don't pay attention to that full signal. And if you think about it, a baby is born into this world having that perfect, I'm hungry, I'm going to cry, I'm going to get a bottle, I'm going to be fed until I'm full, I'm going to stop eating. It's the perfect weight release system. And so over time, we just forget and we ignore those natural signals. And so what we really need to do is get back in touch with our mind, body, and spirit around our thoughts about food. So let me say this again. It's our thoughts around food. It's about turning back on those signals. I've had enough. I'm finished. I'm going to put a napkin over my plate. I'm going to push it to the side, or I'm going to order something at a restaurant and I'm going to have the waiter put half of the portion size in a to-go box and I'll eat the rest tomorrow. Everybody kind of feels a little weird doing that, but waiter and waitresses are more than happy to do that. So that's a sensible thing to do because you're not looking at it, and the portion sizes are always too big anyway, and it always tastes better the next day. So those are a few tools that you can start off with. Being conscious of your body signals. Am I hungry? Have I had enough to eat? Why am I eating? Am I eating because I'm sad? Am I eating because I'm bored? Am I eating because I'm hungry? Am I eating out of habit? I believe that this is the first step of gaining control over weight issues, is just being conscious of what we're eating and why we're eating. Does this make sense? I'm sure it does. That is definitely the first first step. So I'm going to pause for a moment to see if anybody has any questions. And then I'll actually answer the questions at the end because I have a lot of stuff I want to get to before our time is up. So I want you all to know that being overweight has absolutely nothing to do with food. For a lot of us, excuse me, I'm just letting other people in, excuse me. Hi, Tommy.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us. Well, I'm just going to catch you up to speed real quick. We were just talking about resetting our subconscious thoughts about food. And things like people eat because we're sad, people eat when they're full, people eat when they're bored, we eat when we celebrate. We all have, our bodies have a natural ability to tell us when we're full, when we've had enough, but we've we've ignored those body signals, so to speak. We've kind of turned those signals off. So we're resetting. It's time to listen to our bodies again. And so what we were just talking about is paying attention to, okay, let's change the relationship that I have with food. Being consciously aware of what I'm eating, why I'm eating, am I feeling sad, am I feeling bored, am I already full, and I was just talking about a baby having the perfect weight control system. It eats when it's hungry and it stops eating when it's full. And so basically, we've just turned off our signals. So the most important part of weight release is just being consciously aware of why we're eating, when we're eating. So I am not talking tonight about a diet. I'm just talking tonight about resetting our subconscious thoughts about food. Just being consciously aware of why we're eating, when we're eating. And so you came in at the perfect time, Tommy, because we were just talking about being overweight has nothing to do with food. Many of our attitudes, they originate from childhood. It could be a parent or a grandparent that says, you have to, you can't leave the table without finishing all the food on your plate. A lot of times it stems from childhood, not always, but many times. And so we want to break our daily habits, being mindful, noticing the what, the when, and the while you're eating. So a big tip that I give my clients is to, be consciously aware of when you're eating. If you're eating a sandwich, take a bite of your sandwich, put it down, chew mindfully 20 times, pick back up your sandwich. The same thing if you're eating with a fork. Put your fork down, you're sitting down at a table, you're never eating in front of the television, or while you're reading, you're completely focused on just eating, and you're enjoying the food, you're enjoying the taste. So it's really about conscious eating. Again, I am not talking about a diet. Diets, we all know, do not work. I will never tell anyone to go on a diet. So these simple rules are very, very effective to huge weight release. And so we were just talking earlier before you hopped on, we were talking about what type of eater are you? And a lot of people are, some people have this hectic lifestyle who just kind of eat on the run. They're highly stressed. They're putting food in their mouth as they're driving the car. Obviously that's not consciously eating. And then other people I like to call comfort zone eaters. And these people would be people who enjoy a nice lifestyle. They're probably, maybe they eat healthy, but they're not really motivated to release the weight. These people are usually older people who have a more leisurely lifestyle. And then, of course, we have emotional eaters that they seek comfort in food. And so food gives them comfort. And so we like to give them something in turn that helps them seek comfort instead of food. And then, of course, we have the sedentary people who eat, but they don't move. And so, that's obviously an issue. So we get the motivation for them to eat less and move more. And then I love this one, the super snackers. So these are the people that will eat in front of the television, mindlessly, eating Doritos, eating popcorn. They're totally in hypnosis, not realizing how much snacks they're having because they're not consciously aware of what they're putting in their mouth. So that's a big one, especially in front of the television. And then you have the supersize me, the people who love the big portions. And obviously that is a huge issue. And of course, all of these can be combined. It doesn't mean because you have one, you don't have the other. There's a lot of cross-referencing there. And after we hang up from our call, I will send you the PowerPoint because I have really great before and after pictures that I would love to share with you. I don't think you'll be able to see that, but I'll send you the PowerPoint when we're finished. And so whenever we're talking about weight release, and honestly doesn't really matter if you want to lose, 5 pounds or 50 pounds or 150 pounds. I've been doing this for a long time, and I have seen clients who come to me who want to lose 5 pounds. I have clients who come to me who want to lose 10 pounds. I've had clients come to me who want to lose 100 pounds. So it doesn't really matter about the pounds. It matters about your association with food, period. It's that simple. No one should ever, quote unquote, diet. We know diets don't work. So what I would invite you all to do is, set a realistic goal. Okay, what do I want to do? How long do I want to take to get there? And then you're going to reset your body. You're going to be consciously aware of when you're eating, what you're eating, why you're eating, those W's that we talked about earlier. conscious of the habits that you want to change. I honestly feel like that's the biggest part of any weight release issue. And then what I love to ask my clients to do is, once you've set a realistic goal, let's say you want to lose 10 pounds, I always ask them to go out and buy themselves something new that is one size smaller than they're already wearing. Doesn't matter if it's from Goodwill, doesn't matter if it's from Saks Fifth Avenue. So just buy something one size smaller and hang it up in your bathroom or somewhere where you can see it every day, because that impresses the subconscious mind even more. So you're consciously thinking about food, you're consciously looking at that outfit, you're getting primed up and ready to go. So I love that, and I actually invite my clients to send me a picture of what they bought, and I love seeing that. That's always exciting. And then I always reinforce, every time you lose another dress size, get something else to get you even more excited. So yeah, always one size smaller. And then I love it when people ask me about genetics. And I love to quote this from Dr. Bruce Lipton, that genes do not control your life. We are the masters of our own genetics, which means, so I don't know if anybody's familiar with his work, but he is all about our environment produces who and what we are, not our genes. So if people say, oh, I'm overweight because my whole family's overweight, that's not actually true. It's just you're a product of your environment. And so just having that knowledge gives you more control over your environment and over what you can do to overcome the conscious decisions that you're making. I'm going to pause for a moment. Does anybody have any questions before I get into what's hypnosis? All right. So I'm not quite sure. After we get off the call, I'm going to send you all a bunch of information about what hypnosis is and what it's not. But basically, what we were talking about earlier is all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. So if you're driving in the car and you get to work and you're not quite sure how you got there, we call that highway hypnosis. You're just on automatic pilot. We experience it in and out of trance all day, every day. So it could be, being on social media for an hour and you don't know where the time goes. It could be watching Netflix for 2 hours, not sure where the time went. So all of that is hypnosis. So the subconscious mind is the record playback habit mind. So if you're used to sitting on the sofa every night, I mean, not that anybody has said this on the call, but if you're used to sitting on the sofa every night eating a bag of popcorn, you've hypnotized yourself into thinking, oh, I need to sit on the sofa tonight and have a bag of popcorn because that's what I always do. So basically you have hypnotized yourself into thinking that that's what you need to do. So hypnosis is so cool because it gets to the root cause, and it reframes your thinking, basically, into, oh, in that predicament, I'm now consciously aware that I don't need to eat a bag of popcorn when I'm sitting in front of the television, or whatever your situation is. So the conscious mind, that's the thinking brain. That's the one that keeps us safe. And so that's an important part of us also. If we were being attacked by a lion, that conscious thinking mind would be able to help us, run and hide from whatever it is that's hunting us. But the subconscious space is that mind record playback habit mind. And so when we talk about weight loss and hypnosis, we're getting to that habit mind, getting in the habit of making different choices, whatever those choices for you are, if that makes sense. So it's great because I offer a variety of different weight release packages for, I have a sugar addiction package, I have an alcohol reduction package, I have just a regular weight release package, and I also offer a gastric band program, which has been hugely successful. All of my packages, all of my weight release, they're all 4-week programs. So whether somebody wants to lose 5 pounds or 50 pounds, they sign up for a 4-week program. And sometimes when people have a lot of weight they want to release, they'll do a couple of bump ups, so to speak, based on, what they feel comfortable with. But they're all 4-week programs. They're all extremely effective. And so what I like to do is I like to have a consultation with people to see which one works best for them. But this virtual gastric band program is really amazing. I was trained by Sheila Granger, who is a pioneer of this program back in she's in the UK, SheilaGranger.com. So what this program does in particular is on your first week of the virtual gastric band is you, quote unquote, hypnotically have a operation that shrinks the size of your stomach into the size of a golf ball. It's extremely effective because there are 8 golden rules that you must follow. It is, again, like we've been talking about all evening, it is not a diet. There is no deprivation. I'm not going to tell you you can't eat something. It's just, excuse me 1 minute, somebody's coming in. Hi, David. Hi, David.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, no, you're fine. I actually recorded the session, so I will send it to you.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem at all. So basically, we were just saying that all associations with food it's kind of based into our subconscious space, and that we all eat for either we're bored or lonely or just out of habit or so what we were talking about earlier is we just want to change associations with food. I'm not trying to put anybody on a diet. And then we were talking earlier about we need to eat consciously, put our fork down, sit at a table, don't eat in front of the television, don't eat while you're, reading a book. It's fully consciously aware of eating and why you're eating and what your feelings are when you're eating. So my job is to help people change their association around food. So my job is not to put people on a diet. That's not what I do, because we all know diets don't work. So we were just about to talk about, so the way I work it is I work it via hypnosis. And we were just saying that all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. We all go into hypnosis all day, every day, especially, if you're eating popcorn on the sofa and you're just mindlessly eating the popcorn, you're not consciously aware of, why you're eating and what you're eating. And so the big takeaway from my talk today is just be mindful about when you're eating and why you're eating and what you're eating, as opposed to I'm going on a diet, because we all know diets don't work. Sometimes they work in the short term, but they never really work. And David, I will send you what you've missed, but I was just getting to the point of my programs. I have programs for brain nutrition. I have programs for alcohol reduction. I have programs for sugar addiction. I have regular weight release programs. And I also have a virtual gastric band program, which we were just about to talk about. Every program that I offer is a 4-week program. And what I was telling the others, people see me if they want to lose 5 pounds, or they want to lose 10 pounds or 50 pounds or 100 pounds. So let's say someone wants to lose, 50 pounds. I offer the 4-week program, but, they will probably need subsequent weeks after that. And so I was just telling the group that, I'll have individual phone consultations with everybody to see what program fits best for you. And so we were just about to talk about the virtual gastric band program, which is extremely easy. It's so easy to follow. And I was just saying, I studied with Sheila Granger, who is the pioneer of the virtual gastric band program. She is in the UK. I studied with her 8 years ago, and I have had huge success with this program for people who literally wanted to lose 5 pounds or people who wanted to lose 25 pounds. It's just a great program because it's easy to follow. Again, it's a 4-week program like all my others. It's not a diet. I'm not going to tell you you can't have anything, which is great. What it does, it helps you form new habits that you can maintain. There's no deprivation. it's liberation from having to think about food all the time. It involves eating consciously, listening to what your body is telling you. We were talking earlier about, eating when you're full. We talked about it's like going to the gas station and filling up your gas tank and letting the extra gas fall all over the ground. That's basically what we do when we overeat.
Mm-hmm.
And so we follow 8 golden rules, and the result is a steady weight release. Most of my clients see at least 4 pounds a week, steadily for 4 weeks. And so I don't think you were on the call when we were talking earlier, but one of the things that I really like to encourage my clients to do, no matter what weight release program you decide that you want to do, whether you choose to work with me or not, go out and buy yourself something that's one size smaller than you're wearing already. It can be at Goodwill, it could be at Marshall's, or it could be at Saks Fifth Avenue, but something new that you've never put on before. Hang it where you can see it every day in your bathroom or in your bedroom. That kind of gets the subconscious mind excited about releasing the weight that you're ready to release. So that's always exciting. So the individual weight release program, it's a regular individual program. 4 weeks is $395. Individual virtual gastric band, 4 weeks, $499. The small group virtual gastric band, which is actually starting tomorrow for 4 weeks, because it's a whole bunch of us, I'm offering that at $250. Again, starting tomorrow. So what I love about this program is you get your quote-unquote operation the very first day, where your stomach is shrunk to the size of a golf ball. And then right off the bat, you start listening to an audio every single day for 28 days that is retraining your brain to eat 3 small meals a day. There are 8 golden rules that you basically say, I will do, which are very simple. I'm going to buy a new outfit. I'm going to eat on a smaller plate. I'm going to listen to this audio. I'm going to move 30 minutes a day, whether it's 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night. I'm going to drink water. It's really simple, 8 golden rules. And then at the end of the 4-week program, you get a personalized audio. So all of the information that I've gathered from you all, I put together in a personalized audio for you to listen to anytime you need reinforcement in the future. So it's a good value. So you're getting 4 weeks, an hour and a half each week. You're getting 2 audios, and you're getting the support of everyone else that's doing the virtual gastric band. I do these sessions a lot, and I will get an email the next day and say, I love what you're saying, but you know what, I really want to do an individual. That works also. I do them Zoom, or I do them in my office. Zoom is just as effective as in person. And so what I would love for you all to do is, at some point, I'm not sure if you can do this now, but when we get off the call, if you can just go into a quiet space and just, see the future you. Close your eyes and just look at, well, what are my goals? We often don't take time to set goals. That's what I love about September. September is a time of reset. It's a time to set goals. It's a time to say, okay, where do I want to be? What do I want to look like? What do I want to be doing? What do I want to be wearing? What perhaps, I don't know, somebody may want to run a marathon or, bike the Tour de France, I don't know. But just taking a moment to set your own goals for September, mentally, physically, spiritually, is a really good reset. And so, yeah. So just take a moment, imagine what that future you looks like. And I know some of you have missed the beginning of the program, but again, I will send you the audio, and I will send you the PowerPoint. But does anybody have any questions for me at this time? Whether it be weight release or hypnosis questions, any questions about me, any questions? Come on, guys, ask me a question.
I don't know if any.
Say again?
I don't know what to ask.
So, David, let me ask you this. What prompted you to get on the call today?
I got your email and I just thought I'd check into it. I can't get too small, December's coming up.
So, do you have any hypnosis experience?
A long time ago, they did some relaxation thing, but
Right.
It's probably been 30, 40 years ago.
And David, where are you calling in from?
Home.
From where?
Home.
I mean,
the house.
I mean, like what state?
Oh, North Carolina.
Oh, okay. Nice. And so you had relaxation hypnosis a long time ago. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And Tommy, where are you calling from?
North Carolina.
Okay.
North Carolina.
Oh, nice. All right. Earl. So it's funny. I just finished up a call before you all came on, and they were from all over the country, which is always kind of fun to have people from my neck of the woods.
Right.
Tommy, do you have any experience with hypnosis?
No experience.
All right. So are you, tell me what your goals are.
Weight loss.
Okay.
Mainly weight loss. About 85 pounds.
All right. Awesome. Okay. And Tommy, you don't have hypnosis experience, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. All right. So, it's a little bit difficult because, the movies, they kind of portray the therapists as, being weirdos.
Yeah.
Making you cluck like a chicken and, all that. So I'm going to touch base on that real quick. So basically, what stage hypnosis does is they interview people in the back room, and they find the most highly suggestible people in the back of the room who is going to basically cluck like a chicken. And everyone else, the non-highly suggestible people, are, put aside, and the rest come on stage. And so, although everyone can be hypnotized, because again, we talked about it earlier, that everyone goes into hypnosis all day, every day. Some people are more suggestible than others. So those are the people that the stage hypnosis people bring on stage and make them cluck like a chicken. But hypnosis, when you're in hypnosis, it's basically like non-stage hypnosis. It's basically you're in a meditative state. And the only difference between meditation and hypnosis is meditation, you don't have a goal. You're just trying to quiet the mind. Hypnosis is you have a goal. You want to retrain your brain around your thoughts about your relationship with food, in this case of what we're talking about. So it takes 28 days to, change a habit. And so that's what's great about the reinforcement audio is, you and I are working together each week, but you're also using this audio as a reinforcement as to the work that we're doing in person or Zoom. And I always love to tell people, don't listen to it while driving, don't listen to it while you're taking a bath. But if you listen to it while you're falling asleep, your subconscious mind is getting it anyway. When we were in World War, our soldiers would listen to a tape recording of, Japanese language underneath their pillow to learn the language while they were sleeping. So if you fall asleep to it, your subconscious mind is getting it anyway. But it's very goal-oriented, specifically to what your needs are. So that's the only difference between meditation and hypnosis is hypnosis, you have a goal. Some people want to quit smoking. Some people want to lose weight. Some people want to be able to play a better sports. I mean, I see all kinds of people, stress, anxiety. I could just go on and on and on, but I don't want to bore you with my silly stories. So I will follow up my session with the audio and the PowerPoint. And if you all have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. Let me know how I can help, if I can help. And I'm so happy that you were all here tonight.
Thank you so much for hosting this.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Good to see you, Carol.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a great night.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
you too. Thank you. Bye.